All right, I'm not sure my deal there just shut down on me, but I think you guys saw that there was a fumble on the kickoff return. Dane Lozier brought it out to about the 32 and just got stripped of the ball. And St. Croix Falls takes back over at about the 33-yard line. And it's going to be second down. Dial-a-down guy hasn't changed it, but it's 2nd and 10 after that first play. And that one deep in the backfield. There's a flag on the play. Grantsburg fired up after losing the battle on the first drive and then losing the ball on the subsequent kick return. Let's see what this is. It's in the backfield, so most likely holding here, but it was thrown from the side, Judge. We'll see. It might be a face mask. Let's see. Nope, it's going to be illegal block. Illegal block against the Saints. So it'll either be 3rd down and 12 or 2nd down and 20-ish. The dial-it-down, if they take the penalty, is right. They have it marked as 2nd down, and it looks like they are going to take the penalty here. They're walking it back 10 yards. So good start here to the second drive for St. Croix, who just marched the ball 60 yards for the touchdown on their first possession, but now back behind the 45-yard line, 2nd and 22, and a little bit of a a counter, and a decent run there by Hafler. Peyton Nichols. Thank you, Cole. Cole said Peyton Nichols is the kicker. Peyton Nichols, yep. And thank you. Grantsburg's all messed up because they've got their alternative jerseys on. They've got black jerseys, so there's like 10 guys who are the wrong numbers from their normal jerseys. So we're playing catch up on that. 4:18 left to go. It's 3rd and 19. Brett Sladke, he will toss it and met at the line of scrimmage, and another hard run. But a host of Pirates after, I think it was big softy Zach Carlson who got there first, couldn't wrap him up, but then a bunch of Pirates were able to do just that. And now it'll be 4th and about 16, just inside the 40-yard line. St. Croix Falls looks like they're bringing in the punt team, but this is a tailor-made for a fake punt just inside Grantsburg's territory. Amory ran a fake punt against the Pirates last week, where Keto Wallen ran for a long ways. Let's see what happens here. Snap back. It looks like it's a regular punt, and away it goes. Deep punt. It checks at the 10, rolls at the 5, and that's where Grantsburg will take over. Willem Hafler was able to down it. Excellent punt, a 35-yard punt, and lands it right on the 5-yard line. Perfect punt. And now the Pirates will have a chance on offense. So here we go. The Pirates 95 yards away, 3 minutes and 21 seconds before they take their first offensive snap of the game. Last year was a slobber knocker as well. Pirates just couldn't get anything going on offense. They had a few big plays that got them the win. This one's going to be straight up the gut. Ian Berkman, nowhere to go. Ian had a really good night against Amory. He rushed for 136 yards and a touchdown. He caught 4 passes for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. And defensively, had 14 total tackles and 2 sacks. There he got the first play of the game for Grantsburg offense. Brock Matheny, junior stud quarterback. He's back in the shotgun at the goal line. He fires it off to his left. That's Daxter Schultz. Schultz out past the 10. He lost the ball, and it's another turnover on the Pirates. 2 fumbles. Grantsburg has run 2 plays. They lost it on the kick return, and now St. Croix has it at the 7-yard line. And the Pirates have yet to show up to play. That was 2 St. Croix turnovers that are just want to turnovers. There's a flag on the play as the ball is snapped. That's the only thing that's been stopping St. Croix. They've had 2 or 3 penalties. This will probably be against them as well. Maybe lined up offsides. That flag came out right when the snap was. Yeah, so false start on the Saints. So that's going to back them up. They were at the 5 at the end of that play. This will back them up 5 from the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10.
1st and goal from the 12-yard line.
Yep, make it the 12-yard line. St. Croix quick to the line of scrimmage. First guy through gets the ball and gets about 3 yards. Cameron Steek.
Steek carries the ball. Berkman on the tackle for the Pirates.
And you heard it again, Berkman on the tackle. Out comes Bubba Quimby. Into the game is Justin Julien. Seven nothing St. Croix Falls. They have had it this entire first quarter. This is their 3rd possession, and that one's a gain of a couple. Quintana with the tackle. Inside the 5-yard line will be 3rd and goal from the 4 3/4. A lot of pressure now on the defense for Grantsburg. 3rd down, trying to keep them out of the end zone, and a timeout called by St. Croix Falls. All right, we're going to take a breath here and say thank you to another sponsor. Let's say thank you to Northwood Tech. All right, welcome back. 2 St. Croix takeaways and rip-aways, just taking it from the Grantsburg ball carriers. First it was Dane Lozier, and then it was Daxter Schultz just had the ball ripped from their arms. I don't know if the ball ever touched the ground on those fumbles. And the Saints have it here. Couldn't get it in after the last fumble, but 2 plays into Grantsburg's first drive, they turned over the Pirates again, and here we are, 3rd and goal inside the 5. And here's a fake, first pass of the game. It is caught for a touchdown. Slatke completed to Jared DeSmith, and that's another St. Croix touchdown, and they are rolling here in Grantsburg. (13-0). That's a 4-yard touchdown pass. Slatke to DeSmith, number 11. And Nichols comes in for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is good. 14-0. And it's not the end of the first quarter yet. The Grantsburg Pirates have given the ball away twice, or if you're from St. Croix's perspective, St. Croix has taken the ball twice, and you can clearly see St. Croix came to Grantsburg to right some wrongs. They felt like they should have won last year. They started the season 0-4 last year and made it to the level 4 playoffs. They were such a good team. They just had so many weird things happen in those first 4 games, but they got it together and made a great playoff run, and they are looking good here tonight. I want to shout out Dennis and Dee Hale watching at home. Dennis, of course, the defensive coordinator normally here for the Pirates. Hall of Famer from down in southwest Minnesota, Worthington, Minnesota. D always watches, and watching from Worthington tonight. Dennis will be back at some time during the season. And but tonight, they get to enjoy Grantsburg football on We Are Grantsburg. So here we go. St. Croix with all the momentum. Grantsburg has had the ball for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds this quarter. And Nichols will pooch it. Little lob, and Daxter Schultz gets it. He loses the ball, but he falls back on it. Wow, get some stick 'em out there, boys. Everybody, put it on your arms, your hands, maybe under your chin. I don't know. Got to figure something out. That ball is so important. They named the entire game after it. Hold on to it. Again, you're watching We Are Grantsburg. So the Pirates in decent field position now at the 36-yard line after that little pooch kick. Almost worked out for them. Two backs in the backfield. It's going to go to Ryder Anderson. He tries the left side. He holds on to the ball and gains 3 yards to near the 40-yard line.
Tackled by Cameron C. Second down, 7.
Let's see. Alex Taylor says, get it together, Grantsburg. Angie Lindgren says, go Saints. So does Stacy Lemieux. Great to have everybody with us here tonight. A beautiful night. No cramps yet. Last week was littered with them in the second half. Back to pass, Brock Matheny's got some time. Down the middle he goes to his brother, Caden. Caden who mosses, and he's down. The ball is... What? Did he fumble too? He fumbled too! We caught some of the replay. That was a good catch by Caden. Oh, they are saying that was a fumble. If you look at the replay, I'll show you again. That looked like he was down. We just caught the very end of it. It's hard to see the ball. Is it incomplete or was it a catch and a fumble? It looks like right now it's the Saints' ball. This is an absolute embarrassment. The people in front of me didn't like that call. Sorry, everybody. Did you hear them? Bob. They're probably right. It's good to have somebody check on you a little bit. But it's a rough one to start, that's for sure, for Grantsburg. Loss of a yard on first down.
Second down, 10.
That is the third fumble that Grantsburg has given up. It's not the end of the first quarter until right now. Let's take a quick break, and we will catch our breath and get our mind right for the second quarter.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center offers professional staff that work and live in the community. With state-of-the-art technology, we help you regain confidence and independence. We are a physical therapy facility that also offers many other recovery services, including fall prevention, balance training, and dizziness disorder treatment. You have a choice in your physical therapy. Call us today so that we can help you love your life. Spelled differently because we are different.
All right, back to the action here in Grantsburg. It is all Saints in the first quarter. They have 14 points and have turned over the Pirates 3 times. Grantsburg just not able to get anything going here. A lot of time left for the Pirates to right the ship. Starts with getting St. Croix off the field on this one because all the momentum is pegged towards St. Croix. Here's good a throw down the left side. He's open, but he's out of bounds. And there is a flag right in the middle of the line. We got other people who are also passionate yelling. And there's going to be a call holding on St. Croix Falls. And that's going to back St. Croix up 10 yards. And another penalty on St. Croix. That's one thing for St. Croix. They've had an illegal block. This time a holding has backed them up. That's really what's stopped them on offense. We don't see them with too many big plays down the field. I haven't seen it tonight. But last week, 4 completions for 85 yards for Sladkey, so they can do it. This one's up the middle. Now that ball's loose, and the Pirates get one back. Norman Jensen, I think, fell on it. And that gets them fired up here in Grantsburg, and that's just what the Pirates needed. Take another look, and yeah, I think it actually... Who was it? Was that Bubba who got it? Oh, Bubba Quimby was the one who picked that ball up. So Grantsburg has something go their way. They pick up the fumble. That has been the story of the night for St. Croix now. A couple of penalties and now a turnover. Now Grantsburg rolling right. Matheny fires it over the head of the intended receiver, Daxter Schultz, and it's out of it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Two wide receivers, one left, one right. A tight end and a wing back to the left. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be Brock. Brock goes up the middle and has a nice little gain on 2nd down. Gain of about 5, almost 6 yards for Brock. Brock didn't run a lot last year, but against Amory, he had a few carries. That read option. 3rd and a long 4. And up the middle and close to a 1st down, just shy. And that's Ian Berkman.
Tackle by Smith. 4th down, 2.
Fourth and a long yard to go for Grantsburg. They need to get to the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Trips right, one man split to the left. And back to pass. Matheny looking, and it is caught by Caden Matheny. Was he down or not? Are they going to say it's incomplete, caught and down, or fumbled? And they're going to say it was caught. But obviously, St. Croix Falls has worked very hard on stripping the ball. That's another stripped ball, but that was a 1st down for Caden Matheny from Brock Matheny. Caden's 2nd catch of the night. It's good enough for a Pirate 1st down at the 14-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. Here's a handoff to Ian. Ian off the right side. He's got a little bit of room. Nice block downfield. And Ian Berkman scores for the Grantsburg Pirates. Dane Lozier on that nice block downfield, and the Pirates strike back. $14-6, and just what the Pirates needed. Let me change that. I have the wrong quarter there. It is the 2nd quarter. And now Alex McCormick will come in to kick the extra point. He was 4 for 4 last week, and he was 1 for 1 field goals. This kick is up, and it is good. So Grantsburg halves the St. Croix lead, and it is 14-7. Giving something for the hometown crowd to celebrate. We'll keep it right here. We're going to play the initials game at halftime. The initials tonight, since you're tuned in early, I'll give them to you. The initials are M.L., M as in Mary, L. So nice sequence there for Grantsburg as they turned over St. Croix Falls. St. Croix still has the edge there, 3-1, but they were able to convert a fourth down, and then Ian Berkman scampers for the 14-yard touchdown. Grantsburg has only run 9 plays on offense through the first quarter plus. But they were able to get that touchdown and make it a new game. It had the feeling if St. Croix would have been able to do something on their last drive, which, you know, they started with a 10-yard penalty. That's really hurt them. The 2 drives they didn't score had a 10-yard penalty mixed in there. Here's a good kick by Alex McCormick, driven down to the 1-yard line. They're going to do some dipsy-do. He keeps it on their our right side, but Grantsburg is there, and they take care of business. Looked like Caleb Rombach might have been in on that tackle. Tackled inside the 15-yard line.
Return tackle there by Caleb Rombach.
So the ball at about the 13, 14-yard line, somewhere in there. So a good coverage there by the Pirates. Not falling for it. Looked like Hafler was faking it to Hoff on the goal line. That took a long time to develop. So the Pirates stayed in their lanes and stopped St. Croix. With 10-12 left to go, the Saints now will try to answer back. They have really kept the ball on the ground at a couple pass attempts. Here's going to be another pass attempt going deep down the left side. Oh, he's wide open. This is going to be a huge play. Dane Lozier, 10-5, touchdown. Wow. Jared Smith outrunning everybody. Broke contain, and that's all it took. Dean needed another 10 yards to get to him, but a great play. An 87-yard touchdown on the first play of the next sequence, and that's just tough. That wasn't even close. Nobody was close to him in coverage. So here's the extra point. Just when Grantsburg got some of that momentum back, the kick is up and good. And it is, oops, I forgot to put it on there. 21-7 with 9:59 left to go. I see Zach says, go Grantsburg. Zach, we dropped him off at River Falls yesterday. I was going to shout out all the alumni of Grantsburg, any of those college kids. I think most of them are back in school, checked into their dorms or their suites or their houses or whatever. So if you're an alumni from either of these teams, St. Croix Falls or Grantsburg, would love to shout you out. And good luck to all you college kids who are getting things started here this year. Go to class, read the syllabus, get good grades, make smart choices, and come home for the summer and work for somebody. The shadows all the way across the field and almost covering everybody on the St. Croix sideline and the bleachers. I just see a few people still having to put their hand up to block the sun. They've got about 10 minutes left of roughness, and then they'll be, like the rest of us, enjoying a beautiful Friday night and a good football game two top-notch teams, and already 4 touchdowns in the game, 3 of them by St. Croix Falls. Here's the kickoff. He angles it to his left. That might be enough to go out of bounds, and it is out of bounds. Nichols kicks it out of bounds. Grantsburg will start with it in good field position. Want to let you know, Wood River Garden Store has their Labor Day sale going on right now. They have great sales on trees. Their mums are in, so you get over there and pick up some of that stuff. Mums look great. Fruit trees are priced very, very good. Get yourself a little herbiculture in your yard. Some apples, great apples there. So here we go. Grantsburg back on offense, sends a man in motion. That's Daxter Schultz. Matheny back to pass. Looking left, now going right, deep down the right side to Caden, and it's over his outstretched hands. Incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Hafler and Hoff. Caden did have a step. The pass was just out of reach for Matheny. Grantsburg trying to go deep downfield, try to answer that big play. And you can see, like I said, Brett Sledke was 4 for 6 last week, but 85 yards and a touchdown. That one was 87 yards and a touchdown. 2nd and 10 for Grantsburg. And it's a handoff to Berkman. Berkman trying the right side. Can he get by? A little bit. Good play on the outside, tackled by Drake Peterson, but Berkman with a nice run and makes it 3rd and about 4, maybe 3 yards there. Lindgren says, go. Carly says, go Saints. Alex Taylor. What about the alumni who did something better than college? I'll give you that one. Tip of the cap to Alex. Absolutely, all alumni. Here's a handoff up the middle. Oh, and enough for a first down as Berkman drives himself forward. Helped by a Saints defender, actually. Enough for a first down on 3rd down. So Alex says, come on, what about the rest of us? In fact, there's more that didn't go to college than did, which I think is a trend. Oh, fake to Ian. Outside goes Brock Matheny, gains about 3. Fooled me. I thought Berkman had it on the left side. So we've seen that read option a lot more this year with Brock keeping it. A lot of times Trenton last year was splitting time at quarterback, and he would keep it a lot. That time Brock scampers to the outside, stays ahead of the chains at 2nd and 6 yards, right at midfield. 2 backs in the backfield, and it'll be a pass, rolling left, looking left, and finding Ian Berkman. Turns back in, gives a little forearm, and puts his shoulder down, and he is out of bounds after a first down. That's a manly run there by Ian Berkman. This is like an Adrian Peterson move right there, and then right there too. Remember against the Browns, Adrian Peterson just shucked a guy out of bounds. That's just what Ian did on that one. First down for Grantsburg, and now they're moving. Here's a read, and Ian cuts it back inside, and he is stopped across the 40-yard line, gain of about 3 on first down.
2nd down 6.
Saw Griffin Marco also over in on that tackle. Grantsburg hurrying it up here on this warm evening. Passing, it's a slant. Dane Lozier spinning at the 30-yard line. Going laterally, now puts his head down and churns to the 25-yard line.
First down.
Nice spin move right there. Breaking through some tackles and getting down to the 25. Grantsburg in business. Now they have 2 wide receivers left and right. Brock Matheny in the shotgun, looking left, throwing, and it is caught. Avery Brown across the 20, and a pickup of 5 yards. Grantsburg quick strike here, quick to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
Brock, read option, Berkman, and he is stood up after close to first down yardage, and a St. Croix Saint is down behind the play.
Mastrian and a couple others.
Probably enough for a first down. Hopefully the young man is okay, getting up slowly. And he will get back. That's Folkstead, I believe. And they're going to stop the clock as Caden is not doing great there. I think that, Caden Folkstead, obviously wish him well. Renee quickly out there to check on Caden. While we wait, we'll just wait on this. I don't think it's a cramp. So let's take a quick break and say thank you to Physical.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center offers professional staff that work and live in the community. With state-of-the-art technology, we help you regain confidence and independence. We are a physical therapy facility that also offers many other recovery services, including fall prevention, balance training, and dizziness disorder treatment. You have a choice in your physical therapy. Call us today so that we can help you love your life. Spelled differently because we are different.
So Caden still on the ground here. Renee Rombach and Doc Bont both out to check on him. I think I see Coach Belil also out there. So Caden getting tended to here. Caden played defensive back and is a heck of a basketball player for the Saints. I know for sure. In basketball, he was really proud of blocking Gavin Goris and Carter Wallen for Amory, two super studs in the area. And they're taking their time with him, checking him out. He went down kind of right away in the backfield, struggled to get up, and then wanted to play. Grantsburg was in hurry up, so he was trying to get back, which give him credit for that, but he's clearly. I'm glad the officials stopped the play and started tending to Caden. Well, while we wait here, let's they're going to send the teams to the sideline now. A little bit more serious than we ever want. I don't like the way this is going. If you are of the praying ilk, pray for Caden Folkstead. I just saw him move his arm, so that's good news. But there's a higher level of concern on this one. So the good news is he did get up and try to get back in line. So I don't think it's anything awful like that. But they're certainly working on him. So go ahead and say a prayer for him and just that everything's okay. And actually, I just saw him move his legs, and they're going to turn him to his side, deeming him in good enough shape to move. They've got his helmet, and now they're going to roll him, and he's going to sit up. Yeah, Nick, go ahead and look at him. Whew. All right, good job. All right, he's smiling. Okay, we can go ahead and play an ad now. Caden Jeepers, criminy. All right, let's say thank you to BMC.
Hi, I'm Nicole Kelson, and I'm the orthopedic surgeon at Burnett Medical Center. My practice includes general orthopedics, so I see kids and adults. I see acute
I cut that short just so you could see Caden walk off the field under his own power. He got a nice ovation here. Never like to see a kid go down for that long without them trying to just stretch out his calf or something. So Caden's gingerly walking, but walking is the key word there. Not trying to cause alarm or anything, but he was down for a while and kind of spread eagle on his back. So thankfully he was smiling, and now he's under a little bit of assistance from a coach. And Doc and Renee getting a nice ovation after helping out Caden. Of course, Chris is our SCF broadcaster. He has been for, 4 or 5 years now. Does a great job, Caden, his son. So obviously thinking of him and his family. So, but the football game goes on. Shotgun, man in motion, Dane Lozier. It's going to go, Brock Matheny keeps it after a bunch of misdirection. He's not going to get enough for the first down. I don't think it's going to be very close. Needed to get to the 15-yard line. He's just shy of the 15. Grantsburg does have a field goal kicker in Alex McCormick, but the way the game is going, it would not be surprised at all to see them go for it here as Henry Quintana checks in for Daxter Schultz. They're bringing in their Rhino package, or whatever they call it, where Henry's going to be the fullback and try to move somebody here. Ian Berkman, the tailback in the I formation. Brock Matheny, and he was moving forward before the snap. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And maybe Grantsburg will kick the field goal now. 4th and 1 is going to go to 4th and 6.
Fourth down, 6.
The offense staying on the field for Grantsburg. So a change of plays, change of plans. It's 3 men split out to the right. Caden, Daxter, and Dane. Out to the left is Avery Brown. Back to pass. 4-man rush. He's got some time. He goes over the middle. There's contact. There's no flag on the play. I'll let you look at it again. The Grantsburg fans think it's pass interference. You be the judge here. And that's a turnover on downs. Coach Adam Hale is talking to the ref. No flag on that play. He must have said simultaneous contact. So last time out, St. Croix hit an 87-yard bomb. And now it's a toss left. Nothing there, bouncing it off. And slung forward. They had him in the backfield, but a gain of a yard or 2 on that first down play for Hoff. Berkman on the tackle. 6:20 left to go. Judy Peterson checking in. She says, go Saints. Colton Holmstrom says, go Pirates. So those 2 votes are offset. Second and 8. This is a toss to St. Croix's right. He gets by. He's got some room. There's a flag on the play there. And now a big form tackle as they drive him back. This is going to be a penalty on St. Croix Falls. It'll be another holding penalty on the Saints. Great tackle there by Dane Lozier, and then a bunch of black jerseys were able to push him back. Holding on the Saints, and another holding penalty. Should Grantsburg come back and weather those 3 early turnovers, St. Croix will have to look at these penalties that are just killing their drives. They have something going, and then boom, a 10-yard penalty. That's the 3rd that I can remember 10-yard penalty on the Saints. Backs them up now 2nd and 15. And St. Croix, with the one big play notwithstanding, of course, has not really shown that they like to throw, and especially in passing situations like they have here. Back to pass, straight drop, looking deep down the left side. That one is intercepted! Caleb Rumbach! That time the defense was there, and Caleb with an over-the-shoulder catch, and Grantsburg turns over the Pirates. Caleb wearing number 10 here with the black uniforms. Normally he wears number 4, but number 10 is what his big brother Zach wore in high school, so paying homage to him and making a big play. The sophomore picks the ball off, and Grantsburg has it at the 49-yard line, 5:37 left to go in the first half. Matheny in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Here's Berkman. Berkman gets outside. He puts his head down. He's still up across the 40, inside the 35. First down.
By Bill Peterson. That's the Pirate. First down.
Grantsburg quick to the line of scrimmage after the big play. 5.5 minutes left to go. The clock is stopped as they reset. And they're going to call an official's timeout. I don't know that. Oh, they're going to tie a shoe. Looks like Zach No, who is that? What was that? Oh, okay. They stopped the clock so an injured player for St. Croix could get off the field. Thanks, Mikey. So the clock winds now. It's running, and Grantsburg has it at the 34.5-yard line, left hash mark. Shotgun again for Matheny. He's back to pass. 4 wide receivers. He's going to go deep down the right side. He's got to step, and it's a touchdown. Dang, Lozier! And just like that, the Pirates back into the game. One more time, Matheny, big bomb, and Lozier gets a step on the defender and scores for the Pirates. It's 21-13, 5:09 left to go. It's a barn burner here in the first half. Grantsburg gave the ball, or had the ball taken away 3 times, but they have rebounded nicely and have gotten within 8 points. They have gotten within 7 points as Alex McCormick stays perfect on the season. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Thanks, Pete. I did not see that. It's going to be a personal foul on the Pirates. I think after the whistle, he was giving them the business. I didn't see what happened. So it'll be enforced on the kickoff. This will likely give St. Croix really good field position. I have no idea who the penalty was called on. I wasn't even looking down there at that point. But a 15-yard penalty, and Alex McCormick will be kicking off from, the 25-yard line, I think. You can see Adam Hale. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. We'll zoom in there. Can you get in there, Nick? Perfect. I'm a little late on it, but Adam Hale talking loudly, losing his headset as his head moves forward as he's imploring his kids to make a play here and stop shooting themselves in the foot. .509 left to go. It's a touchdown lead for St. Croix Falls. And indeed, McCormick will be kicking off from the 25-yard line. He's got a leg, so if he kicks it deep, they're set up around the 20-yard line, maybe the 18-yard line. See how far Alex kicks this one, or if he squibs it or what. They are respecting his leg. They're deep. So McCormick, after kicking the extra point, Alex approaches, and he does kick it deep. It's a beautiful kick and drives him back to the 15-yard line. He gets across the 20, now the 30. Nobody in sight, and now at the 35, he is brought down. That was a kick return. Carter Ridgway brings it out. St. Croix with good field position. Grantsburg did a nice job covering that time. Really big right leg of Alex McCormick. And it's at the 35-yard line. St. Croix will have it. So I'm looking to see if Caden has made his way back out there. I don't see that he has. Caden Folkstead, who's a tackle on offense. Here's a handoff up the middle, and that is 2 yards in a cloud of dust by Cameron Steek. Under 5 minutes to play now. Second and long for the Saints. Teams have settled in, throwing, and it's a lob off the left side, and getting by the defender and then out of bounds, knocked out of bounds, a big play for St. Croix Falls. And I think that was Juarez on the reception, number 3. Better put my glasses on now. Where'd they go, Nick? I need my glasses to find my glasses. Anybody relate? Seriously, where are they? Are they on my head? No? Oh, boy. I can't find my glasses. Where? Nick can't see them either. Here we go, under center. And back to pass. Another slant behind the receiver, but he makes the catch. Nice catch by DeSmith. Lozier on the coverage. Found him, Nick. Oh, yeah. So St. Croix moving the ball through the air. So forgive me, I was not familiar with your game. Second and a long 2 for the Saints. I formation, back to pass again. That's going to be an out, and it is caught. Making a move, and then brought down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. That was Peterson. It was Peterson the last time as well, number 2, not number 3. The glasses really help, guys. Shout out to Smith Family Eye Care. St. Croix moving down the field quickly. And now slowing things down a bit. Under 3.5 minutes to go. Logan Bachman, the center. First to the ball, now the rest of them. Toss left. Needling his way through, stood up. Gain of about 3 on that first down run, down to about the 10. That time it was Hoff on the carry. Second and 5, and Allram, it looks like, is into the game for St. Croix Falls. It is Allram as the quarterback. Under center, offset eye. He's going to roll right. He's being chased. He gets free. He throws it into the end zone, and it's too high, out of bounds. Intended receiver that time was Petherbridge. It's dark. This is like 7-point font. St. Croix has a lot more guys on their team listed than Grantsburg. That's Petherbridge. He had a catch last week. Third and about 5 yards to go for the Saints. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Back to pass again, looking slant, and it's incomplete at the goal line. That time it was Sladkey as the quarterback. 4th and 5. Sladkey over. Now, St. Croix has a kicking team as well, and they are going to come out. So a field goal coming up. Ball is spotted at the 9, so this will be 19. That's going to be a 26-yard field goal attempt. Sladkey, the holder. Somebody late on the scene. Snap is a little bit high, but dealt with. The kick is up. Is it through? It is.
3 points for the Saints.
Peyton Nichols gets the field goal.
2 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Pirates 14, Saints 24.
And, all right. Got a little bit of work to do here. Just a second. So 24-14, a 10-point lead with 2:23 left to go in the first half. I'm trying to send the Folkstead's Renee's. There we go. Share contact. Renee just texted and said Caden is okay. He's just going to be done for the game. St. Croix faking a quick kick. Doug Schmidt checks in. It's 14-8 Emery over in Unity. Here's the kickoff. It's going to take a bounce and be picked up by Dane Lozier. He gets across the 20. He has a little bit of blocking in front of him, and he is thrown out of bounds. A nice play by number 23. Yeah, Griffin Marco, the grapple. First and 10 for Grantsburg, 2:17, down by 2 scores here as the second half wanes down. Here's Berkman trying to get the edge, and he gets a little piece of the edge. Nice gain on first down, gain of about 5 yards.
Second down, 6 to go.
Not much there on the second down play. 3rd and 6.
Berkman up the middle, stopped by the interior of the Saints line. 3rd down, 6.
3 guys split out to the left, and Avery Brown is going to split out to the right. 3 guys stacked to Brock Matheny's left. See what they do here. Brock is going to roll this way. He sets up. He slips and he falls and he's down. That's an automatic downing. He just slipped. Obviously, everybody in the area knows we've had a ton of rain. The field is in good shape, but Brock tried to just reverse
4th down, 16.
out of there and tried to stop and move and just couldn't get his footing. So that'll be a punting situation, and St. Croix will take a timeout. Smart timeout. They have 1 left. And while they talk things over, we'll say thank you to Burnett Medical.
Hi, I'm Nicole Kelson, and I'm the orthopedic surgeon at Burnett Medical Center. My practice includes general orthopedics, so I see kids and adults. I see acute care, which includes fractures, so in the upper extremity, shoulder, elbow, and wrist fractures that we take care of here at Burnett Medical Center. And then in the lower extremity, we take care of hip fractures and ankle fractures. I enjoy rural healthcare because of the patients, no question about it. They're the best.
Timeout called by Coach Grant Palil. And now it's 4th and 16. Alex McCormick into punt. 2 men back for St. Croix. It's Hoff and Hafler. Kind of a safe return as Alex McCormick boots it. But Hafler is there at about the 34. He's got some room down the left side, and he is tripped up after he gets to midfield. And it'll be, I think that was DY who tripped him up. Yeah, Dylan Seeger on the tackle. But great field position here with 55 seconds left to go. We've seen St. Croix be able to throw the ball. Kind of the whole playbook is open for a minute here. Really 55 seconds. Clock stops on balls that are out of bounds, incomplete, and first downs. And St. Croix has 1 timeout left. They might want to hold on to if they can get in field goal position. They're going to come out with 2 men split to the right and a tight end to the right side, 1 running back. They're going to pass. Looking, avoiding, ball is loose! And it is picked up by St. Croix Falls, I think. Slacky hit, loses the ball. He was saying it was a forward pass. It was close. I think Bubba was the one who knocked it out of the arms, and that is going to be 20 seconds and a loss of 2 yards, and Grant is going to have to call his final timeout here of the first half. 35 seconds left to go. St. Croix sort of dodging a bullet there as that ball was loose, and I believe they did rule it a fumble. So Grantsburg, or for St. Croix, Grantsburg falling on it would have been worst case. This is like second worst case, a loss of 2, and having to burn your final timeout here. Saints with a 10-point lead heading into the halftime locker room. I'm sure they would take that if you told them that was what it was going to be before the game.
Second down, 12.
So see if St. Croix goes for a pass. Nope, they're going to do a little counter, a little draw, and there's nothing doing. Now maybe Grantsburg gets into the timeout action. They have 3 left, 27 seconds and counting. So Grantsburg is going to just let this half come to an end. An up and down half for both teams, to be sure. Pirates, St. Croix had the ball for almost the entire first quarter after Grantsburg fumbled 3 times. And a whistle and a flag and confusion on the field, it looks like. Clock ran down to 6 seconds. I thought maybe Adam had called a timeout. No, they just ran the clock. Well, what do we have here? Illegal substitution. Okay, so that's going to be another penalty on St. Croix Falls. And be kind of surprised if they don't just kneel on this one. Not a lot of good. Well, they're getting guys out, and that's the clock running. 4 seconds, they snap the ball. They're going to flip one down the left side, and he's going to just go out of bounds and add to the stats. But no real threat to score on that one. A nice pickup, but that's about it for Anderson on the outside. Excuse me, Peterson. Drake Peterson with that catch. So that brings us to halftime, and we have one more ad to run through here, and then we'll play the initials game. But listen to this first.
Hank Java will present an interpretive dance at midfield with the theme of a sad cowboy.
The old Hank Java sad cowboy routine at halftime. We'll see if he actually gets out there. I have my doubts. All right, we'll take one more break and be back with the initials game. Get ready. The initials tonight are ML. M as in Mary, L as in leprechaun. I said that weird, but you get it. All right.
Pop,
Are you guys ready? I should,
water, pop.
yeah, here we go.
Go see him.
ML. Oh, we got to pop this on so everybody can see who answers first. Chat stream, boom. All right, there we go. So when you answer, when you know the answer, put it up there in the comments. And here we go. ML. Clue number 1, in a sense, was seen in the Austin Powers franchise. In a sense, was seen in the Austin Powers franchise. Clue number 2, has featured robots. Has featured robots. Clue number 3, highlighted in a 2018 Ryan Gosling film. Highlighted in a 2018 Ryan Gosling film. Clue number 4, referenced in an iconic 1992 song by REM. Referenced in an iconic 1992 song by REM.
It is 50-50 raffle time.
Clue number 5 of
Tonight's winning
ML
ticket is worth $498.
occurred July 20th, 1969.
Chunk of change.
Occurred July 20th, 1969.
We've got multiple
I think somebody's going to get it.
voting ticket
Calvary
numbers.
Covenant
We have
Church.
an orange ticket.
Moon landing is correct.
Orange ticket.
Calvary's logged in.
222.
Which Sagal is this? I'm guessing it's a Sagal. Clue number 6 was many conspiracy theories surround this historic moment in space. So Calvary Covenant winning for their entire congregation. All right, ML, now you know. Yeah, Mariah says, great job, Calvary. All right, Scott, Pastor Scott. Kate Laney in moon landing. Moon landing is correct. Now you're all warmed up. Here we go.
We have a winner.
Who won the 50-50? That's a big one. They've won 400-some bucks. That's pretty good. Can't see them. All right. Next card. Same initials, ML. Clue number 1. This was yelled in a blockbuster 2005 comedy. Yeah. This was yelled in a blockbuster 2005 comedy. Clue number 2.
Update on Hank's halftime interpretive dance.
Oh, hold on. Interpretive dance
While
update.
warming up under the bleachers, he snagged and ripped his leotard. He will have to postpone tonight's performance, but vows he will make it up during basketball season.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear that. Pete always has the funniest stuff. Okay, back to the game. First clue was the blockbuster 2005 comedy. Second clue, this is commonly one word. Commonly one word. ML. Clue number 3, appeared on Celebrity Apprentice. Appeared on Celebrity Apprentice. Clue number 4, appeared in 1999's Fight Club. Matt Humple. Wow. Meatloaf is correct. Matt took this home last week. An Amory guy, I think. Matt, aren't you an Amory guy? But he's here. He is here. He's dedicated to the initials game. Clue number 5 was he was born Marvin Lee Aday, A-D-A-Y. Clue number 6 was known for Bat Out of Hell and I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. All right, Meatloaf is correct. Mariah said moonlighting. I don't know. Hold on to that one. Maybe that's coming up. Maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go. Okay. Clue number 1, ML. Appeared on Parks and Recreation. appeared on Parks and Recreation. Clue number 2, connected to a 2003 Julia Roberts movie. Right. Connected to a 2003 Julia Roberts movie. Clue number 3, connected to oil. Connected to oil. Clue number 4, connected to the works of Dan Brown. Connected to the works of Dan Brown. Clue number 5, found in Paris, France. Found in Paris, France. And clue number 6 is arguably the most famous painting in the world. Is arguably the most famous painting in the world. Nick, you got it? ML. Got it. Nick got it. Scott, Mona Lisa. Kate, Mona Lisa. That is the correct answer. So far, it's Calvary Covenant 2. Matt Humble 1. Here we go. All right. What do we have left? 7-11. Before we do that, and since I thought of it, we're going to have to just put a pause on the stream, or not the stream, but the game, because I remembered to change the quarter, and that is a huge win for me. So, even though there's 7 minutes till, here we go. Stan Peterson also. Nathan Warner, yes. Mona Lisa, good job, guys. There's, one person might have a 10-second delay, one might have a 20-second delay, so good job. Thank you for answering. Here we go. Clue number 1, ML. This team dates back to the 1800s. Sorry, not team, term. This term dates back to the 1800s. Clue number 2, connected to high stature. Connected to high stature. Clue 3, released April 7th, 1989. Released April 7th, 1989. Clue number 4, connected to soccer, lacrosse, eating, and more. Connected to soccer, lacrosse, eating, and more. Matt says Major League, and that is the answer we're looking for. Scott probably would have had it if he wouldn't have typed in baseball. But Major League is correct. Clue number 5 is features Wild Thing, and clue number 6 is the Cleveland Indians were featured in the Charlie Sheen movie. Stan Peterson says meatball. Nope. So Matt has tied up the church. Autofill. Okay. I'll buy that, Scott. All right, let's move on. Oh, that's a boring one. Maybe. Nah. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. This might be a tough one, but I believe in you guys. Here we go. Clue number 1, appeared in music videos for Tom Petty, Bon Jovi, and Bob Seger. Appeared in music videos for Tom Petty, Bon Jovi, and Bob Seger. Clue number 2 was seen on the Fox sitcom Married with Children. Was seen on the Fox sitcom Married with Children. Clue number 3, appeared on Top Gear. Appeared on Top Gear. Clue number 4 was the boyfriend of an angel in 2000 and 2003. was the boyfriend of an angel in 2000 and 2003. Yeah, this is a toughie. Oh, Kate Laney. She got it. Did you get it, Nick? Matt LeBlanc. Clue number 5 was seen on episodes, and clue number 6 was most famous for playing actor Joey Tribbiani on NBC's Friends. Good job, Kate. All right, so Calvary, Matt, and Kate have been first to chime in with a few minutes left to go here in halftime. Got a barn burner here in terms of a game. Let's take a look at some of these stats that Nick has been so good at keeping here tonight. Brock Matheny for Grantsburg is, let's see, 7 for 10 for 97 yards. Is that a touchdown, Nick? Yeah, and 1 touchdown. No interceptions. Receiving, Caden Matheny 2 for 32 yards. Daxter Schultz has 1 for 2. Dane Lozier has 2 for 50, including that 35-yard touchdown reception. Ian Berkman has a catch for 8 yards, and Avery Brown has a catch for 5 yards. Rushing for Grantsburg, Ian Berkman, the bell cow here, 10 carries for 53 yards. Saints doing a nice job kind of keeping him under wraps. He only has he has 2 carries for over 10 yards. Everything else has been 4 or 5 yards or so. Brock Matheny has 4 carries for -1 yards. He did have that 10-yard loss there when he lost his footing kind of rolling out there at the end of the half. So that goes against him. And then Ryder Anderson, 3 yards on 1 carry. For St. Croix Falls, let's see, Sladke has put the ball in the air 8 times, and he is, looks like 6 for 8. No, he's 5 for 8, it looks like, with 2 touchdowns and an interception. 149 yards in the air for Sladke. Nice game by him. And I think maybe 1 or 2 of those was a different quarterback. Allred. Was it all? Let me look, sorry. Allram. Yeah, Allram, I think, had one of those touchdowns. I got it. Maybe that for, I don't remember. And I think Allram's in the mix there at quarterback as well. Receiving wise, Drake Peterson and DeSmith each have 3 carries. DeSmith with that big 87-yard touchdown. He has 99 yards on the night and 2 touchdowns. Drake Peterson, 3 catches for 50 yards. And then, actually, he has 1 more. I miscalled it. Or no, did you move that, Nick? You did, right? Is that the same? Yeah. Okay, so that's not. Okay, yeah, I miscalled 1, so he wrote it down. But he got it right. But that's it. 2 receivers on the night. 1 intended for Willem Hafler was incomplete. Hafler and Hoff on the ground. They have been the 2 big ball carriers, although Steek has 6 carries, but Hafler has 8 carries, 22 yards. Hoff has 8 carries, 20 yards, and Steek has 6 carries for 25 yards. See, Hafler has a fumble and no touchdowns on the ground. I think there was a touchdown on the ground. Well, and then Sladke has 2 carries for 0 yards. So the running game not producing a ton for St. Croix, but they did get the ball with short field a couple of times with Grantsburg turnovers. And I think the one time, what did they get it at? About the 7-yard line or something, 10-yard line, somewhere in there. So didn't need to get a lot of yards. So that kind of skews it if you're looking at, they scored 24 points, but only have, I don't know, it didn't add up how many total rushing yards they had. 22, 42, 67-ish, 70 yards on the ground. Not terrible by any means, but all right. Let's see. We've got a couple minutes left to go. We could probably do one more card. We'll do it really quick. All right. I see people Zach says go Pirates. So does Alex. Nathan says go Saints. Hashtag Saints Nation. Colton chiming in with the go Pirates. All right, we're having a little bit of war in the comments. We like that. All right, let's do one more. Really test you guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to go quick because I don't know that we're going to get that extra 3 minutes. So I'm going to go quick, and I'm only going to say the clue one time. And there's Caden Folkstead. Not coming back into the game, but looking all right. All right, here we go. Clue number one, date back to the Middle Ages. Clue number two, once required a blood test. Braden says meatball. It's ML. Clue number three, sometimes connected to a fee. Clue number four, often connected to witnesses. Clue number five, Elizabeth Taylor had many of these. And I'll wait just a sec. Clue number six, a document surrounding weddings. So there you go. ML, who's going to get it? There it is. Nathan Warner got it. Marriage license. Ooh, just ahead of Kate. Oh, Curtis. No, this is, you're looking for a different game there, Kurt. Brad and Bazinga. All right, awesome, guys. All right, fun stuff. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me during halftime. I like playing that with you guys. Thanks for participating. Matt and Calvary Covenant, Scott Sagal, I think both had two, so congrats on the big dub. Jackie Taylor also says marriage license indeed. Angie says, keep it up, Saints. You're rocking it. They sure were, especially in that first quarter. They were rocking Grantsburg ball carriers. They caused 3 fumbles. 2 of them were just ripped from Grantsburg ball carriers' arms. And then it was all just unraveling for the Pirates. I think they held the ball for like 30 seconds maybe in the first quarter. But since then, this has been a very good game. St. Croix got out to a 14-0 lead. Grantsburg cut it in half, 14-7, but then St. Croix Falls got the kickoff. And from the first play from scrimmage, they tried to do a reverse. It got snuffed out at the 13. First play from scrimmage was a 87-yard touchdown and left the defense in the dust. Grantsburg was able to turn it around. Caleb Rombach with an interception at about the 50. Pirates able to score after that. And then a field goal tacked on for St. Croix Falls, and that's where we're at. And Grantsburg will receive the second half kickoff. Bounces at about the 18. Trouble picking it up. Now heading to the middle. Dane Lozier trying to go against the grain. Now he goes back to the right, has to reestablish possession of the ball, and then is tackled at about the 25-yard line. And that is where Grantsburg will start with the ball.
Pirates start near their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, Grantsburg. Pirates come out with 2 receivers, one left, one right, a tight end to the right, and a wing back to the left. Handoff is going to Berkman. Berkman reading. Good job. Who was that? He deserves a big shout out. Number 8, Brody Alrem. Good job taking on the block, shedding it, and making the tackle, because that was key. If Ian could have made a quick cut, he would have had some room. Instead, it's just a 1-yard gain for one of the best backs around, Ian Berkman. They've kept him in relative check. Back to pass, Matheny. Looking left, throwing left. It's caught by Dane Lozier. Stays in bounds and falls forward to about the 40-yard line. Hey, Hoff on the tackle. Grantsburg gets a first down, and they move the chains on their first crack at it out of halftime. They're back on the line of scrimmage. Brock Matheny normally wears number 9, but with these black uniforms, wearing number 6 tonight. He has put in a ton of work in the offseason as a quarterback here. It's a read, and he gives it off to Ian Berkman, who's tripped up and is down at the 40-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Second down, 7.
Back to pass. Matheny flushed, almost tackled, sneaks away from another one, and then throws it. And looked like he was throwing it towards Avery Brown, number 87 there in the area. So no grounding, just an incomplete pass. Looked like that was maybe supposed to be some kind of a screen. That didn't work. Good job by the Saints. They're fast. Caden Matheny splits off to the right. 2 men split to the left. That's Brock and Dane, I think. Or not Brock. Avery Brown and Dane Lozier. Back to pass. Looking deep down the left side. Looking for Avery Brown. It's intercepted. Great play there by Jared DeSmith. And the ball is turned over. The 4th turnover on the Pirates. This one is interception at the 28-yard line. St. Croix Falls will take over 1st and 10 at the 28 right hash. Yeah, all week I felt like this game was going to be maybe the best of the year. And so far it's not disappointing. Both teams having their ups and their downs, but both kind of heavyweights here, kind of trading punches right now. Scorecard shows that St. Croix is leading probably 4 of the 6 rounds, we'll say. It's the wishbone in the backfield. This is a big running formation, and they've got a nice run, and he gets into the secondary, brought down by Dane Lozier and Caleb Rombach. That was Griffin Marco with his first carry of the night. So that moves the chains for the Saints. First and 10, Saints at the 45. And another one to Marco. Cole on the left side, and this time has about 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry. So we haven't seen Cole Marco get a carry yet in tonight's game or last week, I don't think. 23. Brett Sladkey, the sophomore, hands it off on the left side, and a couple yards. Hoff on the carry that time. So 3rd and 3 coming up after the Dexter Schultz tackle. Saints need to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. Again, a heavy backfield. First guy through gets it, but he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the interior of the Pirates defense. Henry Quintana in on the stop. Brady Burton as well. And Grant Belil calls on the punt team. See if they can pin Grantsburg deeper. Look out. This is only 4th and 2. In Grantsburg territory, you might be looking at a fake. Or maybe a hard count here. And here's the snap. And they will kick it away, angling to the left. Not much of a chance for a return. It bounces and will roll to a stop. Looks like right on the 20-yard line. So
Is down near the 20-yard line. Where the
Grantsburg 80 yards away from pay dirt here. And the Pirates will take that one. Last time St. Croix punted, he put it down at the 5. Grantsburg will take it at the 20-yard line. Their second possession of the second half. Last one ended on an interception, but Grantsburg's defense stops St. Croix and gets the ball back for the offense. 3-man split to the left, 1 to the right. That's Avery Brown off to Matheny's right, and Ian Berkman in the backfield. This little screen out to Schultz. Schultz is bottled up by Peterson. No gain on the play. Good play by Drake Peterson because there were blockers in front for Daxter. Now Rombach in for Avery Brown. He split off to the left, and Dane Lozier split off to the right. Shotgun for Matheny. He loses the ball. He picks it up, and he's going to throw it. He's got Caden. A broken play, and it's a fumble by Matheny, and it's picked up by St. Croix Falls.
Pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Yeah, I think it was picked up by St. Croix. No signal yet. I don't know if Caden was able to get the ball back. And a flag on the play. And I see St. Croix guys cheering. Oh, boy. This is probably going to be an unsportsmanlike no matter what happens with the possession. They haven't signaled yet.
Recovery flag on the play.
Did you guys see a signal? It's a personal foul on Grantsburg. It was after the play. What happened? Oh, okay. Sounds like somebody jumped on the pile late. And so is this going to be Grantsburg's possession? So Grantsburg does get the ball back somehow, but that penalty is going to back them up and make it second and very long. 2nd and 17. Is it 3rd? Oh, yeah, because it's after the play. So the play counts, and now it's 3rd and 17. So a passing situation or maybe a counter here or something from Ian Berkman. We'll see. Trips to the right. Brock back to pass. He's deep. He's moving left. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a guy. Dane Lozier just overthrows him. Dane got a step, and that's all Grantsburg could try to do. And Brock was knocked to the ground at the end. I had to move my eyes downfield. Dane had a step, but that's a tough one to connect on. Brock with a beautiful throw just a little bit too far, and that's going to bring up 4th down here, and Alex McCormick likely to come in. Actually, Grantsburg's keeping their offense out there on 4th down. He's going to throw down the middle of the field, and it's way overthrown, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. I wonder if there was some confusion on what down it was. I don't think Grantsburg wanted to run a play there with it being 4th down. I think there might have been, like how I had said, maybe they thought it was still 2nd down on that post penalty, but it was after the play. So big issue here now. St. Croix Falls has the ball 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Big moment in the game. St. Croix up by 10 with an opportunity here to really put their foot on the throat. It's a keeper by the quarterback. He's wrapped up. Allram is driven down, and it's a loss, I think, or maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Brady Burton out there, Bubba Quimby also.
2nd down, St. Croix Falls.
And there's not much, if anything, on that play. Sladkey back into the game as quarterback. John Griffith saying, what a game. Thanks for broadcasting, Bob. You bet, John. John, a longtime bud from Cameron. Back to pass. And he throws it an out pattern. And he is corralled. I thought the ball might have come loose. He kind of held it up. But a good job by Grantsburg to smother that little flare, and that was Levi Anderson, I believe, on the tackle.
Tackle by Levi Anderson. 3rd down, 7.
So 3rd and 7. The defense has to hold for Grantsburg here. Can't really afford to give St. Croix another score. I think St. Croix is in field goal range, just judging by the little bit I have seen from their kicker, Lindblad. Sorry, not Lindblad, Peyton Nichols. So looking ahead, Grantsburg's schedule at Webster next Friday and then at Glenwood City. Don't know a lot about Glenwood City. That's a crossover conference game. And then, I don't know the last time the Pirates have played Glenwood City, but with the whole conference realignment, you can see Cameron, Shatek Weyerhaeuser, and Cadott, all 3 of them now in the Lakeland Conference. Cameron coming back. They used to be in the Lakeland Conference before Hardin North. That was probably, 4 or 5 years ago, John? Something like that. Coach Adam Hale working on 100 wins. He has 98 wins in his career. Phenomenal career, 714 win percentage, I think. Here is the wishbone. It's going to go to Marco. Marco churning his way forward, and I think he's got enough for a first down on that 3rd and 7. And it is a first down for Marco. Dylan Seeger makes the tackle, but it's 1st and goal Saints. Ball at the 3-yard line. So it has been a heck of a ball game. Turnovers have really played a part in this one. Up the middle and untouched into the end zone almost. And I think that was Allram on the keeper. Oh, get that. Let me see if I got the replay, guys. I was a little slow on it. Let's see. Yep, yeah, barely. Sorry, Saints fans. But a nice run by Allram. And really, I don't know if he called that at the line. Sometimes you have that option as a quarterback. If you see if you're in that situation and the splits are really wide for the tackles, you can just say, have some kind of quick audible and do it. And Allram, whether it was his call or Coach Belil's call, he's in for 6, and the extra point is good for the 7th point. And it's 30-14. St. Croix falls on top of the Pirates here on Military Appreciation Night. Thank you to all of you who have served or are currently serving. Service members tonight were able to get in free to this game. Oops, I've got the score wrong. It's 31-14. 31-14, 5:10 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Grantsburg went 12-1 last year. Beat Amory last week. So a regular season loss. It's been a while. Back to the 2022 season. St. Croix and Grantsburg both making it to level 4 in the playoffs last year. Just phenomenal seasons for 2 teams, and they are in different divisions, so they didn't play each other in level 4. Grantsburg losing to Stratford again. Stratford went on to win the whole thing. But now, since they have had so much success, they're in the same boat as Grantsburg fast pitch. They have to move up a division to compete in the playoffs. New WIAA rules, trying to balance things out. We'll see if they stick with it. And here's a little bouncer, two-hopper to Caleb. Caleb, the shortstop, unable to field it cleanly, but he does pounce on it, and Grantsburg will have it in decent field position at the 34-yard line.
Pirates will begin their drive at their own 34.
So you get the feeling that Grantsburg really needs to make something happen here on this drive. 5:08 left to go in the third quarter. It's not a do or die situation yet, but they haven't been able to do much here in this second half. An interception and then a turnover on downs. And that was a mess up from the beginning. Dane Lozier was the Wildcat, but a false start on the Pirates. Both times that Grantsburg has tried something out of the norm, they've gotten a false start. That time it was a Wildcat. I know they call it something else, but basically a non-quarterback taking the snap. And then the last time was when Henry went in as the fullback, is kind of a heavy set rhino, we used to call it. And they false started there too. So back to normal with Brock as the quarterback. Ian behind him, and Ian will take it, and he is stuffed. Gets to about the 30-yard line, which is basically the line of scrimmage. So good job by the interior, and they're fired up. Cole Marco comes up excited. 4.5 minutes left to go, 31-14. Colton says, me and Alex appreciate you, Bob. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. And thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service. Back to pass on second down. Lots of time. Brock now looking. He's got a guy all the way across the field, but he goes over the middle. Great play. That was right on to Avery Brown, but that one was a perfectly defended play by Petherbridge. Called his name a couple times tonight. No question, that was just a good football play by St. Croix. Now, I don't know if you could see it in the screen, but Brock had a guy wide open going down the field all the way on the other side. There's no way, not even Brett Favre would have tried that one. Well, maybe Brett Favre would have, but nobody else with, who's sane, like Brock. So now it's 3rd and long. After the penalty, they're backed up. He's going to go deep down the middle, and that one is overshot, intended for Caleb Rombach. I hear some people chirping in the Grantsburg stands, calling for holding. It looked like Caleb had a step, but he couldn't pull away. I see Adam Hale again upset that there was no call on the play. So Grantsburg will be forced to punt here on 4th and 15. Adam's still chirping at the ref. That's not a normal thing for Coach Hale to sit on one like that. But he clearly felt he saw holding on that play, not allowing the receiver to run his route. Here's Alex McCormick, a little end over end, a beauty. Taken at the 30. Daxter sheds the block. And a big hit. And a flag in at the end. Dylan Seeger. But a flag comes flying in near the tackle. We'll see what that is. I don't even see the white hat right now. Where is he? There he is. Making his way to the 45. We're going to get a signal here. It's going to be illegal block on St. Croix Falls. That'll back them up 10. So Saints have some things to clean up in that regard. They've had a lot of penalties here tonight. This one won't hurt them as much because it's, not going to back them up to a 1st and 20 type of thing. they'll just get a 1st and 10, but 10 yards back from where they would have. 3:55 left to go. It's been a stalemate basically here. Oh, no, St. Croix scored a touchdown. Yeah, forget about what I'm saying. But just under 4 minutes left to go. Pirates need a stop. Yeah, Jackie says she's holding her tongue. She agrees with Hale. I've got to learn to, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying not to be so emotional. Sometimes it gets the best of me, but.
Saints will start from their own 29-yard line.
So I ask for grace. Here's a little toss. Cole Marco, he's been a secret weapon, and he gets by. Caleb put his head down and missed the tackle, and it gets him 5 more yards and a 1st down for Cole Marco. He wasn't really used until this second half. How many weapons does St. Croix have? Actually, Cole, a heck of a wrestler, comes from a heck of a wrestling family. I'll tell you what, wrestlers make great football players. Again, tight wishbone formation. That's like an inverted wishbone. Marco again, and he's just following his blockers. And there is Levi Anderson. The ball came free. The Pirates have it. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but you can see how they reacted. And Grantsburg recovers it. That's a number change. Who's 70? Who? Henry Quintana, I think, came up with the ball. So a sudden exchange, and Grantsburg with a big break that they needed. Another turnover. That's two, I think, on St. Croix. Grantsburg has had 4. That's a second lost fumble for St. Croix. And here is a handoff. Berkman, he finds a seam. He breaks to the outside, makes a move north. Heading to the north, and he can't quite break that last tackle, but he gets a big gainer, and he's down inside the 20. So the ball at the 14, that was a 30-yard pickup for Ian Berkman. Just what Grantsburg needed there after the sudden exchange, and the Pirates have it. Inside the red zone, inside the 15. They send 3 receivers to the right side, the short side. Brock Matheny. And he looks to the sideline for the call. He almost got the defender to jump. Now they're calling out the audible. Brock takes it. It's just a straight keep. Brock needling his way through. Gets near the goal line. He doesn't get there, but he's close to a 1st down. Brock Matheny showing off some nifty running. And it's close to a 1st down. In fact, it is a 1st down for the Pirates. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. And that ball is snapped early. Brock is going to roll out. He's looking for a block, and he is going to be wrestled out of bounds. That was a broken play by Grantsburg. It was snapped a little bit early. And Brock did everything he could to make something out of nothing. And that's going to be a loss of a yard or so on that 1st and goal play. Nothing hurt too much. Good awareness by Brock Matheny to just make something happen there and to catch the ball when he wasn't expecting the snap. So a rare mistake there by Grantsburg center has been awesome. And Brock, he's going to pass. Now he's flushed left. He's looking. He's going across the way. Avery Brown with the touchdown. Brock Matheny using his legs to buy some time, and he finds Avery Brown in the back of the end zone. Take another look. Looking right, first guy not open, second guy not open, and then he throws across his body, and Avery Brown makes his way open and catches the touchdown. And Grantsburg scores here. It's now 31-20. Alex McCormick on for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick. And again, the kick is pure. And the Pirates will not go quietly here tonight. 2:01 left to go, and it's back to a 10-point game. St. Croix built themselves a nice cushion, but the Pirates taking advantage of the fumble recovery and scoring a touchdown and cutting into that lead. It's back down to a 10-point St. Croix advantage. Oh, we missed the flag guy. Abram and Alex running down the track with the flag, getting the crowd riled up, or trying to anyway. So a little bit of momentum change now after the turnover and the touchdown. The Pirates have some momentum, which is all fine and good, but St. Croix has that 10-point lead, which is better. Let's see. Jackie Taylor says, oh yeah, Pirates. And Richard says, nice, eh? All right. That reminds me, Grantsburg just got to meet their Australian foreign exchange student. He joined practice, I think, 2 days ago. So welcome him. Hope he has a great time here in the States. Always cool to have a foreign exchange student in the mix. Did I say he's from Australia? He is from Australia. Here's McCormick. The kickoff is deep. Nice kickoff, and it drives him back to the 4-yard line. And up the middle. Lots of room up the middle. And finally brought down, I think that was Sawyer Spate on the tackle. Yeah, Sawyer Spate makes the tackle, and boy, he had a lot of room up the middle before Sawyer was able to get to him. Dylan Seeger, a sophomore in. I see Caleb Brombach, also a sophomore in, so a little bit of a youth. And Daxter Schultz, also a sophomore out there on defense for Grantsburg. First and 10. Handoff up the middle, nothing doing for the Saints on that one. Interior and linebackers getting to him. So gain of about a yard there on first down. Waning minutes of the third quarter. I formation, it's a pass, throwing a slant and connecting on the slant, and he's able to high step. Daxter is finally able to bring him down in Grantsburg territory to about the 35-yard line, and that's where St. Croix has been doing the damage. I think that was DeSmith on the reception. A lot of those just quick hitting slant plays. Those are tough to defend, and then they're able to run. At that time, a nice run after catch for DeSmith, and resets the chains in Grantsburg territory. 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter. First and 10, St. Croix Falls. They hustle to the line. DeSmith checks in as the right tight end. And another just power sweep to Marco, and he has stood up and driven back. I think it was Brady Burton who got him first. And as they unpile, Berkman was in on it. Yeah, Brady Burton, I think, also. He's feeling it. He's kind of shaking his right arm a little bit, but he's not coming out. That's a tough guy. And the St. Croix guy is, I can't read his number, but messing with his shoe. Not sure what he's doing. He's doing it with one hand, though. And it doesn't matter. That's the end of the third quarter. Jackie says to tell her daughter, Kendall, get those boys some more Gatorade. Well, by this time last game, we probably had 3 or 4 cramping situations I don't think I've seen a single. There's been no stoppages of play for cramping. There might have been something I missed on the sideline, but a much better performance this week. I didn't see all the carnage last week for the St. Croix Unity game, but one can guess it was so hot and humid that day, and they're not in school yet, so not in a routine. And if they're anything like my boys, they do not drink enough water during the day unless they are mandated by taking tech away or taking a car away. Just kidding, it's never really gotten that serious, but. Shout out the girls, the Grantsburg girls volleyball team. They're, what are they? They're 6-1 on the young season. Had a 4-match tournament this morning or today. The Menominee, the Sprawl, Menominee Sprawl, held at Stout, I think. They just couldn't quite get past Eau Claire North. That's been a kind of a rivalry of theirs. Sounds like it went to 3 sets, but North pulled it out. But a good start to the season for the volleyball girls. Some shifting in the backfield, and what are they doing? A whistle and a timeout. Grant Belil has to burn a timeout here before the first second ticks off the fourth quarter clock, and he is down to one timeout left. So I think they were trying to fool Grantsburg there. I think Grantsburg was ready. And they shifted their 2 lead backs there. Grantsburg countered it, so good job by the coaching staff for Grantsburg to know what to do there. You heard me earlier say Dennis Hale is the defensive coordinator while he is home for this game. Seth Coy stepping in and doing a fine job as the defensive coordinator against a very good St. Croix team. They don't do a lot, but what they do well. And this, does somebody know that? You guys might know. What is this formation called with the 2? It's like a inverted wishbone. You guys know what it is? I heard what it's called once. Oh, full house? Okay, we'll call it that. And they shift back into the now strong left. Everybody on the left side. And that is going to spring Hoff for a few yards, maybe 4 or 5 yards on that second down play after the St. Croix timeout. Justin Julien gets the tackle.
We're down 3 for the Saints.
Nolan Brandsted's coming in, and Quimby coming out. Warn a guy, Nick. So 3rd and 4. Pitch off to the left, and he is brought down very close to the first down. I think he had enough, needed to get to the 25. I think he just crossed the 25-yard line. Hoff. Should be a first down. We're still waiting. Yep, first down signaled by the white hat. The clock runs. 11:18 left to go and counting here in regulation. Oh, darn it. I thought of this with a minute to go in the third quarter and thought, it's too early to change that. But I haven't seen a comment yet, so we'll say we're still good. Fourth quarter. All right. What do we have on the stream? 243 people logged in. Awesome. Here's the first down. Allram rolling to his right. This is a designed keep, and he puts his head down and makes the defender, I think that's Caleb Rombach, took the brunt end of that one. He's going to get credit for the tackle, but Allram rammed him over, and it's a first down. 1st and 10 at the 13, 14-yard line. Big moment in the game. If St. Croix can punch it in here and get a 3-score lead, that's huge. St. Croix quickly breaks the huddle. They're strong, very strong left, and that's where they go. And again, it works. They just put student body left and just truck over guys. If Grantsburg overcommits pre-snap, they can probably run some kind of counter
Hoff on the run.
or maybe something to the weak side.
Second down and goal. No, second down,
So
3.
Grantsburg has to play it straight up. Gain of 6. And St. Croix playing a little bit of clock management here. It's a little early to go full bleed the entire clock down, play clock, but not in any hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. Handoff, no, it's a fake. All Ram up the middle. They're trying to strip the ball. They can't, but they do stop them at about the 5-yard line. Minimal gain there for All Ram, close to a first down. It'll be third and about a yard. Nolan Branstead
Third down, 1.
in on defense, makes the tackle. 3rd and 1. And some discussion still over on the sideline. Coach Belil talking to Allram, who's going to check in. Again, they are taking their time, getting the play in, getting the huddle going. 9:14 and counting. And they've got 10 seconds. They've got 5 seconds. They get it away, and the quarterback sneak goes for a first down. So they bled all of the clock there. Clock stops with the moving of the chains, and they'll wind the clock, and here they go. St. Croix doing a great job bleeding clock here and making first downs, and now they have it 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Playing this one perfectly. Grant Belil has yet to have a team win here in Grantsburg. This, if they can punch this in, there's Marco. No, it's not Marco, but it is a touchdown. Oh, no, they say he's down short. I saw one guy in the end zone, but it wasn't the ball carrier. And that was Hoff, just short of the goal line, which might suit them just fine. So it's going to be 2nd and goal, 2 whiskers away from the goal line. So they can bleed another 30, 35 seconds off the clock here. Really well-played game by St. Croix Falls. For the most part, Slatke back in. Of course, they've had, Grantsburg no slouch. They've made some plays as well, but St. Croix had a game plan coming in, and this is it. Up and over, touchdown. Although the passing game for St. Croix has been very good, that time it was a half-yard plunge by Steek into the end zone, and it's 37-21. 8:03 left to go, and barring something crazy happen, Adam Hale's going to have to wait to get that 99th win of his career. And the kick again by Nichols is good. Well, we have 2 good kickers here tonight as well, McCormick and Nichols. Very good. Both have been perfect when called upon. 38-21, a 17-point lead. That extra point was very important because now it's a 3-score game with 8:03 left to go. Coach Hale and the Pirates have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here at home on Military Appreciation Night. Again, Pirates coming up. They are at Webster next Friday. That's a 4 o'clock game. And then at Glenwood City in 2 weeks. And I haven't heard this song in a long time. Timey Kangaroo Down Sport, and this is probably in honor of the new guy, the foreign exchange student. St. Croix Falls is heading to Ashland next Friday, and then they host Northwestern in 2 weeks. So good luck to St. Croix the rest of the season. Can catch all their home games. Chris Folkstead has the play-by-play from that beautiful stadium, my favorite stadium. And I'm a Grantsburg guy, but I'll give St. Croix props on that stadium. Don't ever change. I know it's a historical place. Man, that place is awesome to watch a football game, especially when the fall colors arrive. Incredible. Dane Lozier, he's going to set up, they're trying to set up a return right, and he gets out there. Oh, he hurdles and then gets smoked.
On the tackle.
So that was kicked to him. It was a return set up to the right, and take another look. Dane makes an athletic move to hurdle the one guy, but then boom. And a nice hit, number 28. Cameron Steek. He's got a touchdown now. He just launched Dane Lozier. He's fired up. 1st and 10. Grantsburg has it at the 35-yard line, right hash mark. And a flag and a penalty on the Pirates, I think. False start. Yep, false start on Grantsburg. So,
Call against the Pirates. First down, 15.
backs him up 5 yards. Grantsburg's going to have to pass here from here on out probably. St. Croix's done a nice job on Ian Berkman today, and don't have his final stats yet, but probably won't get too many more carries. Ian is in the backfield with Daxter Schultz, flanking Brock. Brock's going to go to the right and gets it to Dane Lozier. Dane is driven back, but forward progress. He's out to the 35-yard line. Clock continues to run as they set the ball on the right hash mark once again. 2 men split right. Avery Brown split way out to the numbers to the left. 2 running backs protecting Brock Matheny in the shotgun. And they do a little play action. This is going to be a screen. And Ian Berkman just had it and dropped it. And the bummer of it for him is looked like he had some blockers to the left, but I think he just took his eye off the ball right at the last second, which is a common thing. I'm not saying for Ian, but just in general. Because they had that screen set up nicely. St. Croix really got in there on Brock, and it was a good pass, but just a physical mistake. You don't see that too often from Ian. See if he gets another crack at it here as they send trips to the left. Brock steps up, moves through the pocket. He wants to get his guy going, and Avery was blocking. The ball hit him in the backside. He thought Brock was going to start running.
4th down, 10.
And it's 4th and 10. So I think Avery just thought the play was kind of blown up, and he was trying to block for Brock, but Brock wanted to throw to him. And it's incomplete. 4th down, 4th and 10. It's do or die now for Grantsburg. Brock is going to throw. He wants to go deep down the right side. He's got Dane Lozier. Dane can't come up with it. Good coverage on the play by Hayfler. And maybe just a little bit back shoulder there for Dane, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And St. Croix falls. Holds when they needed to hold Grantsburg. 7:12 left to go. They turned the Pirates over on downs, the second time they've done that this half. And it's 1st and 10, St. Croix. They might be able to run the clock out. 38-21, a big night for St. Croix Falls, and congrats to them coming in here and taking care of business. Now they just have to secure the ball. Don't cough it up, and they should be home free, especially if they can. Even if they don't score here, if they can drain 3-4 minutes off the clock, it'll really be all they need to do. Almost positive they'll stay on the ground here, and this formation has been working offset. Now they come to the counter, and Daxter Schultz is there to make the tackle, but the clock starts, which is all St. Croix really cares about at this point. Schultz on the tackle, helped by Norman Jensen.
2nd down, 9.
So happy Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the long weekend, everybody. And after this play, we'll do a few more shout outs. They're going to drain the clock. Here's Hoff. He gets about 4 on 2nd down. School starts next week, the 3rd and the 4th, but the 3rd really here in Grantsburg. the 4th for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So have a great school year, youngins, and wish you all well. Not sure when St. Croix starts, probably the same time, I bet. Want to give a special shout out to Joyce Glover. It is her birthday today, 84 years old. Brian Handy is also, it's also his birthday, a little younger at 50 years old, so happy birthday. And then, as this one is close to first down yardage, one more special birthday announcement. Chris Folkstead, We Are SCF guy, turned 43 a couple days ago, so happy birthday, Chris. Thanks for all you do on We Are SCF. And last thing, I want to say thank you to Bill Oliva. Bill hung up his announcing mic, I guess, this year. So Doug Schmidt and Gideon are taking over for We Are Unity. So Bill has been so much fun on We Are Unity. And that 4th down play is going to be enough, I think. It's just a keeper. Actually, let's take a look. 5:05 left to go. The clock is going to stop as they spot the ball. And that is going to be enough for a first down. So the sneak gets it, and St. Croix has been immaculate in those situations. They have picked up every 4th down, I think, that they've tried for. Grantsburg has not been able to get them off the field. Part of the reason is it's usually 4th and a yard, and those are, pretty easy to pick up if you're a good running team like St. Croix. So clock runs, under 5 minutes left. St. Croix with a 17-point lead, and they will watch the back judge. That's Brett Slatke. And false start, it looks like, false start on St. Croix. They don't care. That's going to back them up, but that's not the salient thing right now. It's the clock, and they are milking that clock. So this game really came down to those turnovers, 3 fumbles for Grantsburg before they could even break a sweat, really. St. Croix scored on 2 of them, and have done a good job here. Passing wide open, touchdown. Really surprised that they went with a pass there, as the game was pretty much at hand and they had 1st and 15, but they chose to pass it, and that's that. Petherbridge on the reception. 44-21. We'll put those points on the board. Kick's good. So obviously Grantsburg was selling out to the run there, wide open receiver, because nobody probably thought that St. Croix would be passing in that situation with a 17-point lead and a first down with 4.5 minutes to go. But that one does truly put the nail in the coffin for the Pirates here tonight, and Grant Belil will go out with his first win ever here in Grantsburg, and he'll do it as of right now with a 24-point lead. And a squib kick. They don't want to give it back to Dane, but he ends up with it anyhow. And he will knife his way to about the 35-yard line, and that's where Grantsburg will have it. 4:23 left to go. So after a demoralizing play like that, hopefully everybody stays above board in the last 4:23 here, as frustrations must be at a pretty high here, especially obviously for Grantsburg. Not used to taking a beating like that, but that one's up the middle. Ryder Anderson, not much on the run, a gain of 2. And now a timeout by the officials because there's some jaw-jacking in the middle. We'll keep our eye on that. We'll see the nose tackle in the center here. That ball is stripped. Grantsburg recovers.
Berkman carries.
Brady Burton was able to fall on that fumble. 3:38 left to go, and Grantsburg has really been able to they haven't been able to do much here in this second half. St. Croix has come out fired up and playing well here in this game and taking an advantage of all those turnovers. And that might be a flag. Nope, they got him off. And Brock, he's going to flip it to Ian. Ian, he's down the right sideline, puts his shoulder down. He is out of bounds. And he's got enough for a first down, out of bounds. Clock stops with 3:14 left to go. Looked like Caleb got his hand smashed a little bit there. Hopefully he's all right. Brock in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Anderson again. No, excuse me, that's Berkman. No, that is Anderson. Ryder Anderson. Nice gain on the play there. Gain of about 8 yards. Under 3 minutes to play. Pirates trying to play this out and put another one on the board here before it reaches triple zeros. He's got trips to the left, the Anderson brothers and Caleb Brombach, and then Avery Brown to the right. They're trying to get lined up. And here we go, Matheny. And he'll give it off to Ian. Ian, stiff arm on the other side, and he is brought down, and it's going to be a horse collar. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Saints. And Grantsburg getting new guys in here in the end of the game. That's number 16. I think that's Justin Kwolek. So that's going to have Ian Berkman come out of the game. They don't want to see a horse collar at the end of a game like this. Just trying to protect Ian from injury. If they're going to horse collar, I'm sure he was just trying to tackle Ian. He's a tough guy to bring down. I am 100% sure it wasn't intentional, but Ian's going to be done for the night, so nothing crazy happens. And the handoff goes up the middle. Might have been Levi Anderson on that one. We'll see as they unpile. No, it wouldn't be Levi. He's a quarterback. Who was it?
Ryder Anderson again.
It was Ryder, okay.
Tackle there by Cole Bell.
As Levi is the quarterback, so Raul is going to come into the game. Levi gets the play call. Minute 50 left to go, and mop-up time here. See if they go to the air. If Levi gets a chance here. Two guys split left, two guys split right. Anderson, he's going to take it himself. Tries the right side. He has a little bit of room. Anderson makes a move inside, and he's inside the 10-yard line. A first down for the Pirates.
watches who on the tackle.
And Bubba Quimby's going to hop off. He's a little hobbled off to the sideline. Grantsburg taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage. Minute left to go. Anderson calls out the signals. He's going to hand it off. Right side, Daxter Schultz gets out of bounds. No gain on the play. St. Croix has put in their reserves as well.
Second down 4.
42 seconds and counting. They kept the clock going there. Maybe one more play. They are not hustling to get this one. Oh, now they are. Levi calls it as he approaches the huddle. 2 men split left, 1 to the right, and split backfield with Anderson. He takes a snap. He's going to loft one up to Rombach, and it's intercepted. Underthrown, and that is going to do it. Levi just underthrows. Rombach looking for the corner, trying to get it to old number 10 like they did to Zach a few times last year. That time just didn't quite get it far enough to the pylon, and that is it. We'll see if St. Croix tries to run anything here with their second teamers with 19 seconds left, or if they just go out there and kneel on it at the 20-yard line. So next week, Webster hosts Grantsburg, 4 o'clock start. The ref crew in that game is going to pull a doubleheader.
Host a JV game this Tuesday night, JV football at Grantsburg. Next Friday, Grantsburg plays a special early 4 o'clock start at Webster.
So the refs are going to do the Webster game and then head down to the Unity game. So pulling double duty there. And it does look like St. Croix is going to kneel on it, and that is going to do it. Grantsburg takes, I didn't look when their last regular season loss was, but it was back in 2002. Grant Belil gets his first win as St. Croix's head coach here in Grantsburg and does it in style, 45-21 as the clock trickles down to triple zeros, and the St. Croix Falls Saints go to 2-0 on the young season, and the Pirates drop to 1-1. So not a lot left to say about this one. St. Croix basically had the momentum from the jump. They scored on their first possession, just pounded the ball down the field, scored, forced a turnover, scored again, forced another turnover, they had to kick it away, got another fumble recovery. Grantsburg just couldn't get going, kept coughing the ball up, and St. Croix took full advantage and really never let up. Grantsburg did score 3 touchdowns, had a couple of high moments. And thankfully, Caden Folkstead, all indications point to him being okay. Hopefully there's nothing permanent or long-lasting with him, but that was really the only injury of the night, so we're thankful for that. And that is going to do it. Grantsburg plays at Webster next Friday. Let me get that St. Croix game. St. Croix, oh darn, here it is. St. Croix's at Ashland, and then they host Northwestern, that's right, in the next 2 weeks. So that is going to do it here from Grantsburg. The St. Croix Falls Saints looking mighty fine here tonight. Coming into Grantsburg, into hostile territory, a place they've had trouble in the past, but taking care of business here, 45-21, as they take care of Grantsburg here tonight. So that is going to do it. Nick Rombach did a great job on the video camera once again, and my name is Bob Rombach. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for interacting with me tonight, and we will see you in a few weeks when we have another home game. I think we've got some volleyball coming your way in the next couple weeks as well, so stay tuned for that. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody, and I hope everybody has a great night.